Loud and clear, let me know. I'm ready to get this party started. Can I get a Lizike? Can I get a Shizair? Pump them hearts if you in the building. Like I said, if you can hear me clear, let me know. I'm gonna continue the discussion. This one is definitely going to be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. This is a powerful subject. Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Peace to everybody in the Facebook. Like I said, can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a Shizair? Let's go. Shout out to Brian Marshall. I see you in here. Peace to everybody else that's going to come in the building. Like I said, give me a couple seconds to set up these shares, to set up these invites. Shout out to my son Sia in the building. Shout out to Jasper Rizane. Shout out to Jasper Rizane in the building. What up? Everybody holding it down in the YouTube Valley. I appreciate it for what it's worth. This is definitely about to go in. If you in the YouTube, also, can you please give the channel a thumbs up? If you're new to the channel, can you please subscribe to the channel? Shout out to Sister Keisha. All right, like I said, we about to get this party started. We definitely about to get this party started. Peace. I see everybody coming in. Yeah, it's looking good. Let me take these and put them over here. I'll put the comments up here. That'd be cool. Bow. Put the comments right there. What's up? This is going to be really interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. This will be a PowerPoint presentation. I would suggest that you get your pad and your pen and you get ready. All right. Look, the coronavirus does not come from 5G. That's what is the borderline discussion today. If you ready for that, if you ready for this work, let's get it. Let's get it for real. Shout out to Gilbert. Yeah, what's up, Gilbert? Peace. Shout out to Sister Lisa Banks in the building. What's up? Shout out to Sister Kimberly. Look, man, I ain't even do no shares. Share this video. Share the video. Please share the video. All right. Let me do some shares, man. This will be a PowerPoint. Presentation. It will be a PowerPoint presentation without further ado. The coronavirus does not come from 5G. Whoever said that whoever is telling y'all that is misleading the people. Whoever said that is misleading the people. All right? And the Bible said, my people shall perish from a lack of knowledge. So, in today's discussion, or tonight's discussion, rather, I will be talking about that. How we been had 5G. 5G has been here for a very, very long time. I can talk about natural phenomena, how natural phenomena can create radio waves, how the body can create radio waves. Man, this is about to really go in. So like I said, I'm setting it up. I'm doing these shares. I don't know if y'all can hear me clear, pretty clear. Let me pull it out. Thank you for sharing the video, Sister Keisha, for the share. Anybody else want to share the video, let me know. All right. So, like I said, this video will be very informative.
You hear me loud and clear, let me know. All right.
All right, yeah, it's cool. Sound cool. All right, it sounds cool. It sounds pretty decent. Sound pretty decent. I had to check it out, make sure it was flexing. Let's start up these watch parties. I'm only going to do the invites for probably about 2 more minutes. I'm going to do the invites for about 2 more minutes, and then it's on and popping. It's on and popping. All right, so just give me a second while you set yourself up. Get your cup of water for everybody that's a part of the 90-day water fast. Get your cup of water. Get your cup of water. As you know, your comments will appear on the screen. All right, up here. Your comments will appear on the screen. So if you have any comment that's really relative to this conversation, it definitely will be it will definitely be on the screen so everyone can see it. All right. So I made that available for everyone that supports the movement, where everyone can have a voice, more or less. So I put it where as though your voice, your comment can be on the screen. And like I said, this is going to be an interesting discussion about 5G not coming from the coronavirus. I also will be doing readings for all those that are interested in readings. I will also be doing free readings. Share my video. That's all I ask that you do. This discussion is totally relevant to the reality that you and I are living in today. All right. Thank you, Sister Kimberly. Balance and wholeness sent. Anybody else want to share or like this video? Shout out to Sister Yonella. Whoever else is supporting, let me know. I also have books available for those that want books from yours truly. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to make this discussion kind of groovy for everyone. I'm going to make it groovy. I'm going to make it where as though the young and the old can kind of flex with this, and we can just like vibe out while we getting information. All right. I'm going to do it like that for everybody. Thank you, Sister Keisha, for the shiz there. Anybody else want to share the video, let me know. Shout out to Sister Bliss in the building. Sister Bliss Goldberg in the building, always sharing the video. Thank you, Queen. All right. Thank you. All right, so the coronavirus does not come from 5G. Period. Now y'all going to be educated here on many things. On many things you're going to be educated on. I'm going to be talking about the Codex. I wanted to call this the death certificate. I really honestly wanted to call this discussion the death certificate, to keep it real. Because in actuality, that's what this is all moving towards in some form or fashion, is the death certificate. All right. So I got y'all. I definitely got y'all. Let me do my shares on my phone. I'm doing my shares on my phone. I did my shares on my computer. Now I'm about to do my shares on my phone. And you know, I really also was gonna call this build "What Up My 5G." I was gonna call this build that too. I was gonna call it "What's Up My 5G." Yeah, I was really thinking about calling this discussion "What's Up My 5G? What's up? What's up my 5G?" But you can call this discussion anything that you want to call it. Alright, you can call it anything that you want to call it. Alright, but this definitely about to go in. Definitely about to go in for the people that's interested in this discussion. Alright, so shout out to Douglas. Shout out to Nafir. Shout out to Sister Precious Diamante. Peace to our president, Sister Jasmine Thompson. Shamel, she who embodies the spirit of melanin. Peace to you, Queen. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. Alright, so without further ado, for anybody that want to read, and please leave me alone about readings right now. Take a back seat to this discussion about this coronavirus. I love you and everything, but I really want you to tap into the force because this is very important to your life. All right, this is very important to your life, and you know it's a lot of stuff going around. You know, people telling lies to the people about how the coronavirus is coming from the 5G. It's really coming from people being very unsanitary. People being very unsanitary. People eating what the hell they want to eat and living in dirty conditions, living unsanitary. That's what this shit comes from. It don't come from nobody projecting a signal. All right? Now, unless you susceptible to that signal. I'm gonna say that. All right? So, like I said, I set off the watch party. I did some invites. Shout out to Sister Pretty Lee. I got you though. Stick around for the crown. I got you though. Real talk. I got you, Queen. Shout out to Brother Douglas. Shout out to Brother Chris. Shout out to all my kings in the building. Shout out to all my empresses in the building. Wherever y'all at. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this discussion on the way. So, like I said, today's discussion is going to be called I Really Got You, Pretty Lee. Real talk. I really want to educate you and a lot of other people on a couple things that I think people should know. And I really support you, Queen, and I worship every queen and every king that's in this forum. All right? I just want to let you know. This is a family situation. In Spanish, we say familia. All right? You already know. Peace to everybody. So, y'all in here. This is called What's Up, My 5G? What's up? What's up, my 5G? Let's get it in. All right, so first thing is first, let's get down to the build and get your pen and pad out for the discussion. Click, click, click. Let's go. Get your pen and pad out. Get your pen and pad out. Come on, y'all. Y'all ready? Let's get it going. What is a gigahertz? Because people say 5G, 5G, 5G. Well, what's up, my G? Well, what is a G? A G is a gigahertz. Gigahertz, shorts for gigahertz, GHz, is a unit of measurement for AC, alternating current, or EM, electromagnetic wave frequencies equal to that of a 1 billion hertz, all right? 2. When referring to a computer processor or CPU, gigahertz is a clock frequency, also known as a clock rate or clock speed, representing a cycle of time. All right, so we kind of cooking here now. We got everybody learning something right now, because what's up, my G? You know what a gigahertz is, right? You literally know what a gigahertz is. So when it comes down to a computer, you thinking of it like a clock speed, like per second, because it's a pulse. Every computer floats and deals with a pulse. Can I get a share? Can I get a share? Real talk. Look out for the cookout. Can I get a share? So every computer, and just like you, operate on a pulse. All right. So a gigahertz is 1 billion per second. It's 1 billion hertz, or 1 billion per second. I want you to get that in calculation. All right, that's a G. Wow, that's interesting. Why would it be a billion? Now I tell people this. I say we calculate time by the second, and billion so happens to be what? It starts with the letter B, and B is what? The second letter of the alphabet. We deal with seconds. So now we going back to the CPU of the computer. All right. It deals with gigahertz too, which like a clock speed, which is its pulse, like its heartbeat. All right. Like its heartbeat. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. All right. Somebody in here feeling me. Can I get a share? Let's build. Let's continue the discussion. Shout out to Elise. Peace. Peace to everybody in here. Share this video. Share the video. Share it in a group. Share it in 10 groups. Share it wherever you at in the world. All right, so let me continue on the discussion. So y'all get what a gigahertz is. Let's move forward. So I'm gonna give you my sources. And I'm gonna give you reference points if you think, you say, well, Lamel's bringing this up from whatever he's saying. Well, okay, cool. That's cool. I'm bringing it up from whatever I'm saying, but I'm also going to give you a couple sources in relation to some things you can look up. Now, my grandma, I love my grandma. One thing that she taught me with was encyclopedias. That's how she taught me. As a adolescent, she bought literally all of the grandchildren an encyclopedia set, and people wonder why the hell did grandma get us an encyclopedia set? All right, so I'm gonna give y'all something. What is a gigahertz? All right. So this electricity causes the muscles to contact and the heart to beat. This flow of electricity is AC in nature, verifying at different parts of the heart. So the current flowing in your body is AC. Wow, that's deep, Lamel. That's deep, because you first started off the conversation with what is a gigahertz. You first started off the conversation with what is a gigahertz. All right, that's cool. A gigahertz is short for gigahertz, GHz. It's a unit of measurement, AC, alternating current. So you know gigahertz is also referring to the body. Can I get a share and can I get a like? Can I get a heart? Can you let that beat? Can you let that heart beat? I mean that. So now a gigahertz is really referring to the body, because a gigahertz is really dealing with an alternating current and the measurement of an alternating current. All right. So this is getting deep when you saying, yo, man, okay, I get why they got gigahertz in G, and they got the cell phone, and this is all relating to the body in some form of fashion. I know people just like putting all this together and just like, yeah, okay, I get it. Wow, they use gigahertz. They use gigahertz in reference to connecting to the mind and the body. All right. Like I said, this all literally reminded me of something. You might say, Lamel, what did it remind you of? I got you. All right. Now you can go into the Encyclopedia Britannica for physiology, biophysiology, bioelectric physiology. I gave you that. Go look that up in any encyclopedia that you want. You don't got to Wikipedia that. You can go encyclopedia that. All right. Now, what is a gigahertz? Now, like I said, a gigahertz remind me of what's going on in the body, because it's the measurement of a pulse. 1 billionth per second. 1 billionth per second. That's what a gigahertz literally is. So now as we moving up the gigahertz and we understanding that it's dealing with the measurement of an alternating current. The measurement of an alternating current, we realize that it's something else that we realize, that the body flows on electricity and an alternating current. All right? AC, which is 1 and 3. The 1 and the 3, the 13. I've been giving y'all that number phenomenally forever. I've been giving y'all AC forever. The AC current is the 13. The A and the C is the 13. Didn't y'all get it? The AC current. Let's go. Let's go. Let's really get jiggy with it. Let's really get jiggy with it. So, yo, shout out to Divine Sunshine. Shout out to Divine Sunshine. Let's get it in. Can I get a share? Can I get a share? Shout out to everybody in the YouTube, everybody in the Facebook. This is a simulcast. This is a simulcast. All right, so let's move forward. For everybody that supports, let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Sister Brown. Let's go. So now, like I said, this whole thing reminded me of the body and how the body operates. All right, so let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. 1 billion operations per second, a gigahertz, right? Equipped with this many processors, the brain might be capable of executing as many as 100 billion operations per second. So hold the mute, hold the press, hold every damn thing up, and everything that you can say. You say, oh, for real, Lamel? Yo, you mean to tell me that the brain can operate 1 billion gigahertz per second? And they talking about some damn 5G. And they talk about some damn 5G. Somebody hearing me? Yo, the brain operates on 100G. On 100G. This is going hard. This is really going hard for everybody. Look, listen. Yeah, this is so serious. That 5G ain't nothing compared to how the brain and the spirit operates and how you move through the mainframe with the mind, body, and spirit, all 3 in 1 as an AC current. AC, the 1 and the 3. Yeah, let's go. Let's move forward, y'all. So look, now, keep on pumping them hearts. Share the video. Look at this. Somebody is talking the nonsense about gigahertz, about how the coronavirus comes from 5G. Okay, I got you on so much stuff that this is going to be part 1 of the killing spree. This is going to be part 1 of my killing spree. All right? Real talk. This is part 1 of my killing spree. All right? So check it. Now, 5G. 5G. Let's move forward. Now, it is estimated that the brain, with many processes, the brain is capable of executing as many as 100 billion operations per second. Okay? Now, what is a gigahertz? When you buy 5G Wi-Fi when you buy a 5G Wi-Fi wireless router, it will have a 802.11 AC on the 5 gigahertz band and 802.11n on the 2.4 gigahertz band, and will be able to operate both at the same time. So now you might say, "Oh, Lamel, you sound like my cable guy. You get ready to sound like my damn cable guy." All right? Pardon me. You gonna say, "Oh, Lamel, you gonna sound like my cable guy now." Yeah, I am getting ready to sound like your cable guy. Why? Because now you talking in the alley of 5G now, right? So you got to know what it is that you're dealing with. You got to put all this stuff together. So I'm going to give y'all all the tools to put all this stuff together. Can I get a share? Can I get a share? Real talk. Can I get a share? Let's go. So, like I said, when you buy a 5G wireless router, because people say, they're making 5G. Oh my God, y'all Negroes been had the capability to make 5G. Somebody hearing me? You had this technology since the 70s to make 5G. All right? So, if that was the case, people would have been had the goddamn coronavirus. Shut up. Shut up. I mean that. So I'm gonna educate y'all on some history, but I'm gonna also be like your cable guy in here. I'm gonna also be like your cable guy in here when I'm talking. For real. Because it's nonsense what people talking about. Let's move forward. Shout out to Victor. You already know. So, let's move forward for everybody. What is a WLAN or a WLAN? You say, Lamel, I can't even say that word. WLAN. What is a WLAN? All right. So, if you want to know about somebody promoting a signal or a signal in the midst of where you living at, you got to know about WLAN. WLAN. Shout out to Sister Gem and the family. Tell them I love them. Shout out to Shell Scent. There she go. It's nothing above the shell. Can I get a share, y'all? Can I get a share? Y'all late to this discussion? I'm hitting them with 1-2 punches, knockout kills. It is Mortal Kombat. I'm about to finish them. Real talk. The coronavirus does not come from 5G. So, like I said, let's move forward. You need to know what a WLAN is, all right? So, we're going to talk about direct sequence spread spectrum, all right? Which accomplishes communication by adding data that is to be transmitted to higher speed transmission. The higher speed transmission contains redundant information to ensure data accuracy. Each packet can then be reconstructed in the event of a disruption. So you might say, that sounds like some jargon, Lamel. Can you please explain it to me? I got you. I'm explaining it to you. All right? Hold up. Let me move down. I got you. First of all, let me say this. Before I hit you on this one, my fault. I'm moving up. Before I hit you on direct sequence spread spectrum, I need to give you something about something real quick. Let me give you some history on WLAN, or wireless LAN access networks, all right? Or local access networks. Wireless local access networks, all right? My fault, I got you. So a wireless LAN is a wireless computer network that links to two or more devices using wireless communication to form a local area network within a limited area, such as a home, school, computer laboratory, campus, or office building. You might say, what does this have to do with anything, Lamel? I'm gonna tell you what it has to do with everything, because WLANs were always, they had them in existence for dealing with the home ever since 1997. All right, so if that was the case, the coronavirus would have been existed since 1997. But they've been had the ability to transmit 5G even in the 70s. All right, so let me continue to build. Shout out to Sister LaUnc in the building. I see you, Queen. Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Peace to everybody in the Facebook. All right, so now moving forward, in the United States, wireless standards, or a LAN or a WLAN, were created and managed by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, also called the IEEE. I think you need to look these people up. If you want to know about certain things, rules and regulations of what's going on in your situation, I think you should look up the IEEE, because the IEEE, the IEE, like E, yeah, E, because E is synonymous of G. You lucky I didn't put some musical notes on the screen, because that was one slide I forgot to put in here, how G is synonymous to E. How the fifth octave is also synonymous to G, like E and G are synonymous. So, but the IEEE are responsible for instituting these things. All right? If you want to know who's behind the curtain. Okay, so question. How long have wireless local access networks been in existence? I got you. All right, Norman Abramson, a professor at the University of Hawaii, developed the world's first wireless computer communication network called what? Aloha Net. All right, the system became operational in 1971 and included 7 computers deployed over 4 islands to communicate with the central computer of Oahu Island without using phone lines. All right, my fault. Oahu Island. I forget how you say that. I'm not familiar with Hawaii like that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. This was in the 70s. All right, this was in the 70s. It was created in the 70s by Norman Abramson. That's deep. Abramson. Okay, so y'all got that. It was in the 70s. They had the capability to create wireless access or local local access networks or wireless local access networks. Okay, now in 1997, we moving on up to 1997. Now you know the Army weaponized it. By the time it got released to the people, the army had to literally weaponize the whole thing in essence to find out the ins and outs of it, how it works. That's why I turned y'all on to two systems. I turned you on to, one was the DoD model, which was the Department of Defense model, and I turned you on to the OSI model when it comes to your your internet or your network. It's on 7 layers when it comes to your OSI model, and it's on 4 layers when it comes to your DoD model. All right, but now let's go to this. That's a whole nother subject. All right, so Wi-Fi was invented and was first released for consumers in 1997 when a committee called the 802.11 was created. Wow, this is deep. 802.11. Wow, 802.11. Because if you go in your house right now, I bet all of y'all gonna see 802.11 in your house somewhere if you have internet in your house. So you say, they're projecting 5G. My nigga, you projecting 5G from your house. You've been projecting 5G from your house. For all the people that got cable. Shout out to brother Terry in the building. Shout out to sister Bell in the building. Like all of y'all that got cable, that got the hookup, literally that got the hookup, y'all been had 5G or had the capability to produce 5G. I'm show y'all. Watch this. Let's continue to build. So in 1997, a committee was created called the 802.11. So you might say, wow, I seen this somewhere. I seen 802.11 somewhere. I got you. I got ya, cha. Let's move forward. Code Federal Regulations, CFR, Title 21. Title 21. Chapter 11 is where y'all should be at when it comes to rules and regulations. If y'all want to know about the law, when it comes to the law of this stuff, I'm going to say that because it reminded me of something. Before I get into this 802.11, because it's crazy. This build is crazy. This build is so phenomenal. Listen. If you go into CFR Title 21, right? Title 21, Chapter 11. Wow, that reminds me of something. Revelations chapter 21, verse 11. Or chapter 21, 1 through 11. I got you. I so got you. Y'all should be looking this up. I don't even feel like doing all this, but you look it up yourself. And this deals with the regulations when it comes to electronics and how you move on it, and how all of y'all missing the ticket, and how we all got a get rich scheme right now that Lamel is about to drop on y'all, whether you know it or not. Just to let y'all know, y'all stumbled on a get rich scheme. You say, how is that, Lamel? Because in essence, if you look at all these social networks, they all owe y'all money. Y'all say, where are we going to get jobs from, Lamel? They locking us in the house. They locking us in the network, Lamel. Let me tell you something. When it comes to currency, they owe you money. They owe you $1. Every social network, they might shut me down on here. Every social network owes you money, whether you know it or not. You might say, how is that, Lamel? Well, have you copyrighted your image? Do you own your face and your image? Well, I think you need to go into CFR Title 21, Chapter 11. And you'll have fun on there. And that's some homework for all of y'all to do. Let's get paid. Let's get paid. Let's get paid for real. Y'all about that work, let's get paid. Every time you post something, you're supposed to get paid for it. You say, man, this off the subject of 802.11. No, it's not. It's not, because I'm transmitting a signal right now. I'm really broadcasting a signal to everybody right now. You say, oh man, this is deep. This is deep. Have you copyrighted your image? I bet you Jay-Z get paid for his image when it's on Facebook. I bet you anybody else in that stature get paid for their image when it's on Instagram or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, for real, let's get down and let's get jiggy with it. Go study CFR Title 21, Chapter 11, and that's your homework. And that's your homework for all y'all beautiful women taking all them selfies and getting all them likes. You supposed to get get paid for that. You supposed to get paid for that, whether you know it or not. And you letting Facebook whore that ass. You letting Facebook pimp that ass. And you doing it for the likes. Stop it. Somewhere somebody hearing me. So that's your homework. If you really think you bout that work. If you think you bout that work. But we're going to move forward. The reason why I brought that subject up is because of this. This is the main reason why I brought that subject up, is because of this. It's the fact that y'all didn't see that this stuff is deep. 802.11 was really ratified in some form or fashion. You say, really, like a law? Yeah, 802.11 was ratified. Let me move forward. I'm going to show y'all something. Because watch how I bust this down, how CFR Title 21, Chapter 11 is related to Revelations Chapter 21, verse 1 through 11. You might say, for real, we gotta get biblical on here. We'll really get biblical, but I don't want to lose y'all. I'ma run back how that's connected. I don't want to lose y'all. Stay with me on here. Stay with me on here and let me run this back. Because y'all need to understand how the signal is transmitted. That's the first thing you need to understand before you go into the fact that 5G. I told you that literally when I broke down gigahertz, I broke down how the body functions on 100G. Literally 100G. All right, I broke that down. All right, now for anybody that got a question, put a question in the comment section. I'll look at your question. It'll pop up on the screen over here. It'll pop up on the screen up here, and then I'll do it like that. All right, but I got you. Listen to what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna talk about the frequency, right? How the frequencies are projected. You might say, this is deep. This is really getting deep. I'm gonna talk about FHSS, all right, which is the first thing that was invented for people, all right, which is called frequency hopping spread spectrum, all right, which accomplishes communication by hopping the transmission over a range of predefined frequencies. The changing or hopping is synchronized between both ends and appears to be a single transmission channel to both ends. All right, so meaning, and I got a picture of that. I got a picture of FHSS. I got a picture of that I'll show y'all. All right, I got a picture and I'll explain what it is also. All right, like this. Somebody sending a direct signal. Wherever you going, somebody sending the direct signal and the data, and you retrieving the data. But you have to be in a line of sight in some form of fashion of that signal. All right, to get that information. That was FHSS. All right. So now, my fault. That was frequency hopping spread spectrum. Okay. So now let me move forward. You say, man, this is really getting deep. Now, you might say, well shit, we would have been sick from all this stuff. Now, you know what's so funny that I wanted to put in a slide? I wanted to put the mortality rate. This is what I want to blow y'all mind, right? That I'm going to put in the comment section for everybody too, right? The mortality rate of humans ever since the age of the computer versus the mortality rate of humans before the computer. And y'all niggas telling me about some goddamn coronavirus and talk about it's making us sick. Listen, real talk. Give me the mortality rate of people in the 1800s and the 1700s versus people living today. If you have that data, put it in the comment section. All right? Put it in the comment section. All right? So let's move forward. Like I said, let's move forward. Show me the mortality rate of people since the age of the computer, since they invented it. You'll say it has drastically went up. We have drastically found a cure for many things since the age of these daggone computers. Since you hating on it so much. Since you hating on the signal that's broadcasted so much. Let me tell you something. I broke it down. The body, listen, man, do I gotta do it again? I'll break it down again. The body is running off 100, literally 100 G. Far as alternating current is concerned, calculating signals, dealing with electromagnetic currents that flow through your body. I'm talking about 100 billion of these. Now, if you think about this, you got control over everything. It's right here. If you susceptible to somebody telling you or forcing you in some sort of way or whispering to you, that's called nakash. The same thing as the devil in the garden whispering to somebody. That's you. That's you not having strong will and strong power in this age of what we call information. All right, real talk. So let me move forward. I gave y'all FHSS, which is frequency hopping spread spectrum. All right. Now let me move forward to DHSS, and I brought that to y'all earlier. All right. So you might say, why is this relevant? You need to know about this shit if you want to know about 5G, right? You know tell me how 5G works. Does it work off of FHSS or does it work off of DSSS? Which one? You tell me, you Mr. Smarty Pants. Mr. or Mrs. Smarty Pants. Does 5G run off of FHSS or DSSS? Which one? Does it run off of frequency hopping spread spectrum or does it run off of direct sequence spread spectrum? Which one? You smart. And which ones connect with the body even more? You tell me. Mr. Smarty Pants. If not, take a back seat and listen. Take a back seat and listen. So, like I said, direct sequence spread spectrum accomplishes communication by adding the data that is to be transmitted to a higher speed transmission. The higher speed transmission contains redundant information to ensure data accuracy. Each packet can then be reconstructed in the event of a disruption. So you might say, explain that. Like this. Pretend we got we got 2 or 3 singers, right? We got 3 people singing, right? And everybody's singing the same tone. Everybody's singing it together. Now, you might hear me because my voice is bassier, but you might hear such and such because her voice is higher. Or you might hear such and such because his voice is stronger or higher or whatever. So that's what DSS is. It's like that. It's like tones. It's like different tones being broadcasted like that, like redundantly. But they're different. They're different ranges. They operate on different ranges. Hopefully y'all get that. Y'all get that. Y'all understand it. That's what is direct sequence spread spectrum. All right? And I got a picture of that for y'all. And I got a picture of that for y'all. There we go. Booyah. Okay? This is how this works. This is how this works. Thank you for everybody that's getting educated right now. So like I said, it's more or less like everybody singing the same tone, and as we sing in that same tone, it hits you in certain places, and you're able to collect all the data, and you put all this stuff together. Now, this is how your internet is working right now. You might say, for real? This is how the signals are sent out. This is how you catching this stuff on your phone. I'm explaining it. Like I said, does 5G run off of FHSS or DSSS? Which one? I'm going to explain it even further, because remember, I brought y'all to 802.11. Now, these are the frequencies how 802.11 operate, or the protocol of frequencies of how 802.11 operates. So this is all a part of your 5G. All right, for real. So now let's go. So now you got something else I'm gonna put y'all on too, which is called orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. And wow, we getting real deep on here. You say, for real, Lamel? You taking us to college. You damn right, I'm taking y'all to college. All right, so listen. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing accomplishes communication by breaking the data into sub-signals and transmitting them simultaneously. These transmissions occur on different frequencies or sub-bands. Okay? So now you might say, okay, I got a picture for y'all. Here we go. Booyah! There goes a picture of an orthogonal frequency spread spectrum. All right? My fault. Or orthogonal division. Orthogonal division. It's my fault. It's orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. My fault. Y'all got that. People might ask, well, what is multiplexing? Multiplexing is just a fancy word of saying broadcasting. All right? So anytime you see the word multiplexing, I want you to think of broadcasting. And then I gave y'all another fancy word, which is orthogonal. And I want y'all to think about orthogonal almost like square or right angles. All right? In a certain sort of way. I want y'all to think about squares or right angles. Okay? So now, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing accomplishing communication by breaking the data up into sub-signals is like this. Let me explain that. Let's say if you got different cell phone towers or whatever, different places, and you walking somewhere and you just looking at a TV, or you looking at Lamel right now, and as you walking somewhere, different data is being transmitted to your phone over a cloud. It's over a cloud, so it's being transmitted to your phone in bits and pieces, but redundantly, all right? Through sub-bands. Sub-band frequencies, different frequencies, but they're sub-bands, all right? But they're different places, and you're getting all the data. But it's the same thing. It's redundantly moving throughout the mainframe, okay? So now we're getting really deep. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody talk about, why would you educate us on this stuff, Lamel? Because ever since 1997, somebody said something about China and all that other stuff, and I'ma read it. You said China created the rest of the world to leave. Listen, that is besides what I'm talking about. I don't know what type of statement that is, but that is besides what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about on here is this. You had the capability to produce 5G in your home, and you have been doing it since 1997. That's what I'm saying. All right? And I'm saying that 5G did not create the coronavirus, period. For anybody on here. That's what I'm saying. Let's move forward. So I showed you what an OFDM looks like. Period. So, question. How long have wireless local access networks been in existence? I got y'all. That's the question for y'all. How long have WLANs been in existence? How long have they been in existence? Because that's the main point that I've been trying to drill in y'all head. If the coronavirus came from 5G, y'all ass would have been had it. So the original 802.11 standard was ratified in 1997 and defines WLANs transmitting at 1 megabytes per second or 2 megabytes using the 2.4 gigahertz frequency spectrum. Okay, now the frequency hopping spread spectrum and direct sequence spread spectrum modulation techniques for data encoding were included in this standard. So that was the 802.11. You say, wow, that's deep. It didn't have 5G. No, it didn't have 5G. 1997, they only had what? 2.4 gigahertz in the house. Far as in your house, you can have this. But they already had it. The government was using 5G. They was already utilizing it. All right? It was created in the 70s. Okay? So now, let's move forward. You might say, let's get deep. I got you. So let's talk about 802.11a if you want to talk about 5G, because 5G is a 802.11. It is not 5G. It is a class of 802.11, whether you know it or not. And I've been saying that. Yo, and the funny thing is, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know I'm in college. I'm in school today. I told my professor, I said, you know they saying the coronavirus comes from 5G. My professor actually snapped the hell out, and he said, man, these people are so stupid. He said, you gotta be telling me these people are not that stupid. He literally said it like that. And then he started throwing all types of slides at me. And if I throw all the slides he threw at me, we'll be here all night. Real talk. He threw a whole bunch of slides at me. But I'm giving you a lot of the stuff that they gave me too, so you'll understand. Because my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. Yo, listen, y'all. So 802.11a, right? You had 802.11, which operated at 2.4 gigahertz, right? Remember that. Then you got 802.11a, right? That became a standard, right? 802, the standards provides bandwidth up to 54 megabytes per second, right? And the 5 gigahertz frequency spectrum. So 802.11a has also 5G, all right? 802.11a standard also uses more efficient encoding system, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, rather than FHSS or DSS. So now y'all getting this, right? So this standard was ratified in 1999, but devices didn't hit the market until 2001. Thanks to its encoding system, it was significantly faster than that of 802.11b, but never gained widespread popularity. They were ratified as standards right around the same time, but 802.11b devices beat it to the market and were significantly cheaper. So now, in layman's terms, 802.11b, y'all had 802.11 was it came out 1997. Then listen to me. Listen. Then you had 802.11a. 802.11a. Now you had 1 megabyte. This 802.11, the first 802.11, right? It was only like 1 megabyte. It was choppy. All right, real choppy. Now we moving on up. 802.11a, right? After 802.11, right? It didn't operate on FHSS, all right, or DSS, all right. It utilized what is called orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, all right, which is OFDM. I know it sounds like I'm throwing up a whole bunch of gangs, but listen to me. All right, so it used OFDM, which is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, but it can move on the 5 gigahertz bandwidth. So that's why I want y'all to listen to me. And this is 1999, but 2001 it literally hit the market, but it wasn't really popular like that. Why? Because probably it cost a lot more money. All right. Now, I'm going to bring y'all to 802.11b. That's what most of y'all got as of 2001. Y'all got 802.11b. Listen. Now, watch how this breaks down. Watch how this breaks down. So, yeah, here we go. Bam. So, let's move forward. Bit out. 802.11b, this standard was ratified in 1999 as well, but the device markers were much quicker to the market, making this the de facto wireless networking standard for several years. The de facto wireless standard for several years. All right, 802.11b provides a bandwidth up to 11 megabytes per second, right? With the fallback rates of 5.5, 2 megabytes, all right, and in the 2.4 gigahertz. That's the range that it operates in. This is 802.11b. All right, listen. So, like I said, it was cheaper. A lot of people got this. All right, because it was cheaper. It operates on the 2.4 gigahertz. But the problem of the 2.4 gigahertz is this. Listen, the real problem of the 2.4 gigahertz is a lot of y'all phones, not your cell phones, but a lot of your cordless phones and stuff operated on the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth also. So it would interfere with your joint. It will interfere with your operation. So that's what happened a lot of time. Or when you remember back in the day when you got on the phone, you couldn't get on the internet. It was either you get on the phone or you get on the internet. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that? Back in the day, you only can get on the phone or the internet. Y'all remember that, right? So I'm breaking all this stuff down for y'all. Listen. So now as we move forward, I brought y'all to 802.11b. 802.11b only operates on a 2.4 gigahertz. All right? But let's go. Let's move forward. They kept on dropping them. Something else came out. 802.11g came out. My G, you already know. This standard provides bandwidth up to 54 megabytes. Right? In the 2.4 gigahertz frequency spectrum using OFDM or DSS encoding. All right, because it operates in the same frequency, it can use the same modulation as 802.11b. The two standards are compatible. So wow, if you think about this, right? 802.11g, it uses OFDM and it uses DSS. So it can it's compatible with 802.11b, meaning it can backtrack. It ups the megabytes, right? It ups the megabytes because of how it operates, the frequency of how it operates, but it can go back as it's compatible with 802.11b. So now you might say, wow, this is getting really deep. This is really getting deep. This is all 2.4 gigahertz. Now, this is, let me show y'all something else. Check this. So, if you look at it further, the year 2010, okay, the year 2010 was ratified 802.11n. Now we moving on. Now we cooking here. Now we cooking the brain here. Now we really get cook the brain here. Because you know what I want to do? I want to look at the mortality rate of people from the age of 1997 to right now. And I will show you that the mortality rate of people have went up since the fact that 802.11 has been created. Do I have to repeat myself? Since 802.11 has been ratified in 1997, since the first creation of 802.11, and then, like I said, they had wireless access, wireless local access networks. They had it since 1971. All right, in Hawaii, they already had it, experimenting with it in Hawaii. All these bandwidth, they was experimenting with it. So now I'm bringing y'all to the fact that if we cooking here, we talk about 802.11. Y'all know about far as the frequency of how it's being projected. It's really called 802.11. It's somewhere on any device that you have seen this number. All right. So now I'm bringing y'all to 802.11n. All right, which was ratified as of 2010. And like I said, I want y'all to look at the mortality rate of people since 1997, and I bet you people are living a lot longer since the fact that y'all can communicate with computers. So that's idiotic for people to say to me that since we can communicate with a radio signal, people are dying more, because that is a misnomer. All right. So let me move forward. 802.11n. I took y'all to 802.11g. Now I'm moving forward to 802.11n, which was ratified in the year 2010. This is deep, because before I even talk about that, remember I told y'all IPv4, right? IPv4. In order to get on the internet, you need an IPv4 address, right? Now IPv4 they ran out of all IPv4 addresses as of 2011. So now you got 2010, they ratified a whole new 802.11 to operate on the 5 gigahertz. They ratified this for the people, like Listen, when I say ratified, that means it's law. That means that you go into CFR Title 21, Chapter 11. Bang. That's for anybody when I say ratified. I don't just be saying ratified like, oh man, he just said ratified. No, ratified like it's law. It's laws that come with the electrical world or the digital world. It's laws. Now, in the year 2011, you have no more IPv4 addresses. They bought them all up. And they lease all the IPv4 addresses to y'all to get on the internet. Hence, why you got a cell phone in your hand right now with an IPv4 address. Now, everything is moving forward to IPv6. And I will educate y'all on that also. But I want you to pay attention to where I'm coming from. Because now we talking about more data being transmitted through the lines. All right, more data. All right, let's go. 802.11n was ratified year 2010. All right. The standard claims to support bandwidth up to 600 megabytes per second, but in reality, the typical throughput is 300 to 450 megabytes. Do not let these cable people fool you, all right? Or lying to you, talking about you're gonna get 600 megabytes on an 802.11n. Or if you go get a wireless router and you thinking you're going to get 600 megabytes per second, you're not going to get that. In reality, you'll get 300 to 450 megabytes. If you go get your own wireless router, not getting it from your cable company, because you really don't have to get a router from your cable company. You can buy your own damn router. For real, for real. Now you learning something about what type of router you should buy, because you said, man, I'm gonna get an 802.11n router, or should I get an 802.11g router, or should I get a 802.11 what router? You figuring this out, and you figuring out the signals that are being transmitted through this WLAN. All right. So now, all right, it works in both the 2.4 gigahertz, all right, and the 5 gigahertz ranges. All right, 802.11n achieves faster throughput in a couple ways. Some of the advancements include the use of 40 megahertz channels, multiple input, multiple output, which is called MIMO, all right, and channel bonding. Remember, 802.11g uses 22 megahertz channels. 802.11n combines 2 channels to double the throughput. Now you might say, now you talking some Spanglish to me, Lamel. What do you mean by this? I mean like this. This is what I mean by this. Let me see if I got a picture of this so you can kind of see it and you can get where I'm coming from on it. Let's do it like this. Bat out. Bandwidth. So y'all can understand what bandwidth of MIMO is. Multiple input, multiple output. So you can understand this. Pretend the orange is a wire, right? Now, you got a signal moving through the wire. Now, the wire is yay thick. It's yay thick. All the circles represent the signal that is transmitted on the wire. So if you have a MIMO, you have a multiple input, multiple output, meaning that it's going in and out and the signals are transmitting on these waves and utilizing the wire like this, splitting the wire up, literally splitting the wire up, like your wire splitting it up, like however thick it is, splitting it up. All mathematics on the signal moving forth, in and out. All right, so that's real deep right there. Say, dag, they figured that one out, Lamel. They figured out how to throw a signal through both of them like that. Yeah, through a wire like that. They figured that one out. All right, and that's really deep. Okay, So that is bandwidth. So you might say, well, what does this have to do with 5G? The point being is that you've been had the capability to produce 5G. People say, oh, 5G created the coronavirus, and the government is doing it by making these towers promote 5G. I'm gonna show you the ranges of 5G and how far 5G, the ranges of it, the meters of it. Okay, and you might say, well, what source? I'm gonna pull out from my college book, the same thing that they test me on. All right, so MIMO means using multiple antennas rather than a single antenna to communicate information. 802.11n devices can support up to 8 antennas or 4 strings because each antenna only sends or receives. Channel bonding also allows the device to communicate simultaneously at 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz and bond the data streams, which increases throughput. One big advantage of 802.11n is its backward compatibility, right, with 802.11a, b, and g. This is because 802.11n is capable of simultaneously serving 802.11b and g and clients operating in the 2.4 gigahertz range, as well as the 802.11an clients operating in the 5 gigahertz range. So A and N both operate on 5 gigahertz range, which you've been had. You've been had the capability to produce 5 gigahertz. Now you say, we like our 4G, Lamel. I'm telling you, you a dummy to be stuck on stupid on that level with the 4G. I mean that. You might not can afford 5G, but in essence, 5G is moving up. They moving up to the point where it's going to become an extension of your consciousness, where things is going to be so fast that it's going to be an extension of your consciousness as they move up the G's. All right? You might say, wow, this is deep, Lamel. Yeah, it's very deep. It's very deep. But you've been had the capability. All right, 802.11 is no 5 damn G. There's no such thing as 5G. It's 802.11 and different versions of 802.11. Period. 802.11 broadcasts it broadcasts at a certain range. Ain't no damn 5G. All right? Let's go. So yeah, I brought y'all to 802.11n, right? Now, you know it uses MIMO, which is multiple input, multiple output. All right? Let me move forward. Now, let's go. This is the final hurrah. This is where y'all at right now in time and space. This is where we all at, which is 802.11ac. We're at 802.11ac. Everyone may have this in their home. You may or you may not have this in your home. 802.11ac. Now you might say, for real, you are producing 5G, not the government. The government towers are not producing 5G. All of y'all that are sitting back that want Wi-Fi in your damn house right now are producing 5G. Game over. Game over. Now I brought y'all to 802.11ac, which was what brought out January 14th I don't know if y'all can see that. I need to blow it up a little bit more, but you can look it up yourself. 802.11 AC was approved as the newest Wi-Fi standard. It is a more powerful version of 802.11n. It was the first commercial wireless standard to claim to offer a gigabyte Ethernet, meaning that gigabytes flows. Like now you got gigabytes of data flowing through 802.11 AC. All right. Now, 802.11 introduced channel bonding, which was MIMO, which was something that I put y'all on to. And then 802.11 AC takes those concepts on steroids, basically. Instead of bonding 2 channels, 802.11 AC bond up to 8 or 160 megahertz bandwidth. All right. So this results to 333% speed increase. Wow, that's an interesting number. 333%. Wow, that's deep, Lamel. Those are not my numbers. Those are real numbers. Those are not my numbers. Those are real numbers. All right. The speed increases. The 802.11 my fault. Greatly. My fault. The speed increase and 802.11 AC greatly enhances MIMO. First, it doubles the MIMO capabilities of 802.11n to 8 streams, resulting in another 100 speed increase. Second, it introduces also something called multi-user MIMO, and that's something I want to put y'all on to also. Multi-user MIMO for up to 4 clients. MIMO, all right, allows multiple users to use multiple antennae for communication simultaneously, whereas MIMO only allowed for one such connection at a time on a device. The theoretical maximum speed of 802.11 AC is 6.9 gigabytes, but the most current device can get up to 1.3 gigabytes. Common maximum throughput is just under a gigabyte. Ethernet speeds around 800 megabytes. Now you might say, wow, you sound like somebody at the Best Buy, Lamel. It's best me talking about it than somebody else, because I'ma relate it to how it's spiritual. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna relate all of this how it's spiritual. Now I got one more slide for y'all before I talk my smack. And this will be the last slide before I give y'all some smack. So this is from my book. Not from my book. This is from the A+ certification book that I have to study, all right, to take my exam. Okay, so you see, I don't know if it's, dang man, it's not letting me show the whole picture. I want to show the whole picture of this, but if, man, dang, I wanted to show y'all the different, I have the book right here, my book right here, but I'm going to show y'all the different ranges and meters of all the 802.11s. 802.11a, no, 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, 802.11n, 802.11ac. All of them. I wanted to give you all of, like, you know, the meters and how far they can travel for the people that are talking about the government producing towers of 5G. You're also producing towers of 5G. Also, I want to talk about the modulations that each 802.11 is operating on. All right, because a modulation is very important too, because a modulation is literally the frequency. It's the frequency upon which the signal operates. People don't know, is the frequency OFDM, is the frequency DSS, or is the frequency FSS? That's what I know. I want to know. So that's an important thing, because that's how this frequency is being moved. They're like if you look at different frequencies, yo, they come in shapes. They look like different shapes. Like they have different vertices and vertexes that they connect together to create the signal. In general, the signals are shapes. All right. So when you see different signals, such as like a 6-pointed star or something like that, it is actually a signal that is moved in a bandwidth. All right, or a MIMO, or a MIMO, or a multi-user, multiple input output. All right. Peace to everybody. Now let me see if I can see the comments. I gotta stretch. I gotta stand up. My fault. Let me stand up a little bit. Oh man. Peace to everybody that supports. Thank you for everybody that supports the movement. Yeah, I have to get a little stretch on, man. Shout out to Unapologetic Melanated. I see you in the building. Peace. Peace to everybody that supports. This definitely went in. So this is part one. This would be part one of our discussion. This will be part one of our discussion. All right. I had to educate y'all on 802.11. What 802.11 is, the bandwidth that it operates on, that it broadcasts on. I had to talk about the different versions of 802.11, 5G, how the body. That was interesting. That was a major bomb when I dropped on here about how the body operating on 100G. How the body operates on 100G as opposed to 5G. So if somebody got that, that was cool. That was a major bomb. That was definitely a major bomb. And there was many other things I talked about too. Alright? It was many other things that I talked about. Yeah, when I be sitting down for a while talking, that stuff be busting me. So any questions, let me know before I move forward. Is there any questions? Let me know before I move forward. It's 12:11. Yo, I'm going to tell you what I want to talk about that was so hot that I didn't talk about in my PowerPoint that I'm going to bring back up. And I need y'all to pay attention to this. This is very important. I'm going to read this. And I told y'all this was something interesting. I told y'all, I said, man, I was going to talk about this right there. I'm going to talk about CFR Title 21, Chapter 11. All right, I'm going to talk about that because that's very important in here with my discussion. That's like when I tell y'all about the last will and testament. The last will and testament, right? You got a question, Nabrisha, put a question in the comment section. Sister Nabrisha, I'll answer the question. Put something in the comment section. Put a question in the comment section. I'll answer you. I'll answer your question. All right. But I want to talk about this CFR Title 21. That was important to me, what I want to talk about in here. And talking about your last will and testament. All right? That's been a lot of the discussion that I've been talking about. Anybody else, put your question in the comment section. As you see, it pops up on the screen. It pops up on the screen, so put your question in the comment section. All right? All right, so yeah, like I was saying. Now, I've been talking about the last week. Last week, the topic of discussion was from the cradle to the grave. All right. How does wow, you want a reading? Oh, you want a reading? Pick a number between 1 and 31. I'll get that. For the people that want a reading, subscribe to the YouTube. I haven't did the reading part of the segment. All right. Sister Nabrisha, for the people that want a reading. Sister Hannah, you're new here. Thank you for everybody that's new. I would say subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow Lazarus Lamel if you're new. All right. Now, for the people that want a reading, I usually say a prayer before I do the readings. Okay? Let me finish what I'm talking about. I got you. 22 deals with sex, and it deals with love in some form of fashion. So, I don't even want to go there, because something hit me about your situation, and before I'll talk about your situation, I gotta finish talk about my topic of discussion. All right? I gotta finish talk about my topic of this discussion. All right? So stick around, and I got you. But 22 deals with sex. It's actually called the praying mantis, or the praying mantra. The praying mantra, or the praying mantis. I'll break that down. I tell people to pick a number between 1 and 31 when I give them readings. All right? But I wanted to break down something else that I need y'all to understand on here. All right? And why these signals are so important, and why the last will and testament that you create on this planet is so important. All right? Listen to me on here. I brought y'all to Code of Federal CFR Title 21. I related this to Revelations chapter 21. And I told y'all I'm going to break this down. And this is going to be a phenomenal breakdown that nobody ever broke down. Sister Hannah, I'll do a reading for you also. Just stick around for the crown. All right? If you're interested, stick around for the crown. If you want to just use me up for whatever, that's not going to work in your favor. It's really not going to work in your favor. I've been doing this for over 20 years, being a medium for people between this world and the next. All right? So please listen. I got something special for y'all right now. This is something special. So, CFR Code of Federal Regulations Title 21 is also connected to Revelations chapter 21 verses 1 through 11. And you might say, why is that? Explain it, Lamel. I will explain it. Now, I've been putting people on to something called the last will and testament. And I told people about how everybody needs something called an IPv6. You need an IPv6 address to exist on the network. All right? I told people that. I said, if you have an IPv4 address, you are leased on the network and you have to pay to play. I told people that. Listen to me on here. Everything you know and everything you think you know is being uploaded to the network as we speak. Do you get me? Everything. Every and anything you can imagine is being uploaded to the network as we speak. In order to exist on the network, you need an address on the network. Some form of address to exist. Just like if I ask y'all, what's your address? Y'all gonna get personal and tell me the address that you live at. But this is your address. Alright? Which is a Merkaba, which is a movable throne. That is your address. Alright? Hopefully you listening. Now I'm breaking this stuff down. Revelations chapter 21, they bought it, or they took CFR title 21 from Revelations chapter 21. You might say, oh, Lamel, you getting deep. You getting too deep. Man, if y'all was paying attention the other day, I told y'all how they took UCC 311, which deals with negotiable instruments. Basically anything dealing with negotiable instruments, right? How they got that from Matthew chapter 3:11. People say, oh man, you just keep on doing this because the numbers. Exactly. Because men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Alright? So, let me bring y'all forward. Revelations chapter 21. Revelations chapter 21. It said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write these things, write, for these words are true and faithful. Let me stop there. Hold up. No, let me continue. And he said, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the 131. I'm going to continue on that. And I want y'all to hear me out on here. I want y'all to hear me out because CFR Title 21 guards electronic signatures. It guards electronic pictures. It guards electronic existence. You making your existence to the electronic world. It's you got maritime law, but you got CFR Title 21 or Revelations chapter 21 that deals with a digital time law. Right? Y'all hearing me? Y'all say, man, we deal with admiralty or we deal with maritime. Okay, that's cool. I'm bringing y'all to something else. It's something else that's going on, which is digitime. See, what's so different than digitime is this. In the physical world, all of y'all had some form of expiration date. In the digital world, it is no expiration date. Listen to what I'm saying on here. I'm going to go back. It said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away. Do you not understand? The first heaven and the first earth was passed away. We in the matrix. That's what y'all about to move to. The network. You in the matrix. You're moving to the matrix. Everybody. To exist on the network. Because one thing that everybody fear is death. In some form or fashion, they're going to give you the choice of whether you want to die or you don't want to die. In order to not die, you have to exist on the network. And they're going to give you that choice. And I'm putting you on to what's going on right now. And they're going to say, here's the chip. And you're going to try to figure out what chip you want to take. You say, wow, Lamel, this is getting real deep. So, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea. It was no more sea. Yeah, it's no more sea. Y'all get that? Y'all existing on a whole nother plane, right? And John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, which is a new city of peace, right? Or New Jerusalem, which is new, meaning new, the waters, the chaotic waters, all right? Or new, meaning spiritual science. And then you got Juris, meaning law. And then you got Salam. So the new law of spirituality ascending on people. New Jerusalem, if you want me to break it down like that. All right? So then you got the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God. Look, coming down from God out of heaven. Heaven is the mind, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be, look at this, no more death, no more sorrow, no more crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things have passed away. That's why I told y'all everybody soon will exist in the matrix. Everybody soon will exist in the matrix, or you will not exist. You say, really? Yeah. It's really getting that deep. That's why I told you, I said, listen, it's levels to this. You got to create your trust. Your trust is your last will and testament. This is how you move forward in time and space. If you look at anybody else, like King Tut, you think about all the pharaohs of ancient times, they move forward in some form of trust. And this is a trust that you build, which is your last will and testament. Testimony, testate, testosterone. You only got two things, your word and your balls. I mean that on this one. So, as you move forward, he said, yo, I'll wipe all tears away, because it ain't no more death. Once you realize that your consciousness can be moved to the future. Once you realize that your consciousness can be moved to the future, all bets are off. All right? Shout out to sister Yonella. My fault. Thank you, Queen. All right? But my fault. Listen, I want y'all to get it. So, you build a trust up, which is your last will and testament. Now you have to know CFR Title 21. Just like y'all niggas have to know Revelations Title 21. Y'all get that? Y'all have to know the same thing. Y'all have to be familiar with these things. You say, Lamel, this is hardcore. Yeah, it's hardcore, man. Listen to me, man. For everybody that supports, I got y'all, man. I'm really getting jiggy with it right now. I'm really getting jiggy with it for real. Like, yo, man. And then, like I said, CFR, Code of Federal Regulations, it guards everything in the digital world. It guards all the laws and rules and regulations of the digital world. Now I'm putting y'all on to some shit. Now I'm putting y'all on to something. You talk about existing in the future. Talk about existing in the future. I'm gonna tell you how you exist in the future. Listen to me. This is how you exist in the future. You create your trust. All right? And as you create your trust, your last will and testimonial trust, all right, which is literally foreign. It's foreign to anything that you can imagine is foreign, right? And it's private at the same time. All right? Real talk. It's foreign to them, but it's private to you in a sense. Okay? I want y'all to get that. I want y'all to get that. You can't argue with a dead man. Am I right or wrong? You can't argue with a dead man. You can't. So when somebody creates their last will and testimony, their word is bond. Period. So what all y'all should do is, one, y'all should create a trust, which is your last will and testament, whatever appellation you run under. And what you should do is, as you create that trust, you give your mind, body, and spirit to it, and your soul to your trust. You said, man, I'm making a deal with the devil, Lamel. It sounds like I'm making a deal with the devil. Well, you making a deal with yourself, because you give yourself over to your trust. Your whole self over to your trust. You give all of yourself over to your trust. All right? And as you give yourself over to your trust, you figure out ways for it to be registered or recognized in the public. All right? To be recognized in the public. Everything is moving to a cloud and needs some form of address to exist on that cloud. Hence, you put your last will and testimonial trust in that IPv6 or in that cloud. All right? So thus, your consciousness, your property, everything you own moves to the future. Why you think people like Kobe Bryant and people like that checked out? Why you think people checked out like that? Yeah, this is real deep. I know, it's that deep. It's that deep. All right? It's really that deep. So I want people to pay attention. Revelations chapter 21. Revelations chapter 21 coincides with CFR Title 21. And I told you, shout out to my 121s in the building. All right? Real talk. So this went deep. So you might say, in conclusion, what was this build about? In conclusion, I talked about how the coronavirus is not 5G does not cause the coronavirus. Also, I talked about the different versions of 802.11 and what signal it broadcasts on. I talked about that too. I also talked about alright, I talked about your last will and trust, which is your last testament. I like your question, Sister Yoletta, Yonella, my fault, Yonella, Jonas, Sister Yonella, I got you. Basically this, how you move your consciousness is this. First of all, you got to give everything over, your consciousness and everything over to your trust. You have to give it over. It's not up to you to move it. How you move it basically is this. You mail, it's basically through the mail. All right. You have other people working for you who are your trustees. And you say, who are my trustees? Listen to me. All right. I'm so zoned in. I got you, Hannah. Thank you for the people, the real people that are zoned in on this information, because this is real heavy information. You, Sister Yonella asked a very good question. How do you move yourself and your consciousness to the future? Now, I talked about you creating your trust, but how you move it is through the data or your DNA. You have to move it through the mail. You say mail, that sounds like your name, Lamel or Lemel. Yeah, you have to move it through the mail. And the thing is, you mail yourself letters. You say, really? Yeah, to a longitude and latitude of your choice. You might say, well, where is that? The longitude and latitude is of your time capsule. Now, everybody should have a time capsule here. You don't have a time capsule. Now, your time capsule is consistent of your diary. Now, everybody has a diary here. That's a part of our movement. If you don't, I'm gonna catch you up. You should have two diaries. You should have a dream diary and you should have a living diary. All right, or a living journal or a dream diary that you write down. And this is where your time capsule, where it's located, where your time capsule is at. All right. So now what you should do is buy some land and you should bury some dead people on there. You say, really? Yeah, you should buy some land and turn that land into a grave site. You say, really? Really? Now you talking to Lazarus for real? Yeah, because I'm bringing y'all from the dead, raising y'all from the dead, and y'all gonna have to dwell with the dead also. Listen, where I'm coming from. You're gonna have to bury your dead people on the land. So that way you turn it to a grave site and they can never move it or build anything on the dead. Because that's one thing they respect is a grave site. If you notice, grave sites are they're immovable. All right? When they move grave sites, it becomes like, oh, they move a grave site. They do not move a goddamn grave site. All right? So what you do is you buy land and you bury yourself and you bury dead people and all your living people at that grave site or at the place. And then you mail yourself. You have a longitude and latitude of where that grave site is 100 years or 200 years from now, because the earth moves and it shifts. So you get an estimation on the grave site of your family, right? Or where you buried yourself, because you put it in your last will and testament. You say, forget all of that. Do not bury me or do not cremate me. Make sure they don't cremate your ass. And you say, bury me underneath a tree in my land. In my land. And it becomes a grave site of your own. And then you mail yourself a longitude and latitude letter in the future of where that place would be in the future. Thus, you have mailed yourself your own consciousness to yourself in the future. And you say, for real, what do I gotta mail myself? You gotta mail yourself your blood. You gotta mail yourself sperm. If you got I'm dead serious. You gotta mail your blood, your sperm if you're a male. You gotta mail your blood if you're a female. You gotta, when you go on your period, you gotta mail that blood. You gotta mail all types of parts of yourself to the future. You say, oh my God, they Gary shut you down. You damn right they Gary shut me down. That's why you gotta copyright your whole image. You gotta have your whole image and everything copyrighted. Everything about yourself and who you are, your voice copyrighted. Everything gotta be given over to your trust. Everything. Every single thing gotta be given over to your trust. Somebody hearing me on that. Everything. So, this is how deep the rabbit hole goes. This is how deep people checked out and checked in and checked out. I'm telling y'all, when I'm on here, I'm locked the fuck in. Like, y'all lock in too. I'm dead serious. And if y'all catching this late, lock in when you get these videos. Lock in. Lock in, because fundamentally, I give you all the keys that you need to exist in the future. Because I will exist in the future. You say, for real? I'm going to exist 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years from now. Why you think I am called the Millennium Man? That is another name for me, the Millennium Man. Not as just something as a joke. It is something as an attribute of who I am as a Messiah. I am also called the Millennium Man. Because one day is 1,000 years to God. One day is 1,000 years to God. Truly. Imagine that with the Messiah. That's why they said how the Messiah is going to take them up and they're going to reign with him for 1,000 years. That's the Millennium Man. That's when y'all became the Millennium Men and women. That's when y'all came. I'm telling y'all, y'all going to reign with me for 1,000 years. Y'all going to reign with me for 1,000 years because I'm setting y'all up for it, whether y'all believe it or not. And I told y'all the mothership is in the future, and I keep on explaining why the mothership is in the future. I keep on giving you every piece on why the mothership is in the future, and I'm here to pick y'all asses up. I keep on giving you every piece. Now, whether you want to believe in mumbo jumbo, hocus pocus, or whatever, I'm telling you where the mothership is. It's in the future. Alright? And this timeline that I'm working on with y'all has been altered so many times. This timeline that we living in has been altered so many times in order for me to exist in it, in order for me to touch y'all. But my time is running short, just like yours is. Lamel will not be here forever with y'all. I will be in 1,100 years from now. That's where I will exist. All right? That's where I will exist. And those that resurrect with me. I'm dead serious on that. I'm dead serious. And I explain every reason why. If you got anything to rebut me, come on, let's go. I would say prove me right in this sense. Because all these names are for a reason. Mail. Move through the mail. All through the mail and all that stuff. All this stuff, the shell and all this stuff is a reason. I'm bringing y'all up. I'm bringing y'all up, y'all. I'm totally bringing y'all up. And when I be telling y'all I'll come from somewhere, when I tell y'all I'm literally coming from somewhere like the future, it ain't no joke. It's not for me to tell y'all that when or where the coronavirus was going to drop or for you to hit the lottery. It's not for me to tell you that stuff. But what it is for me to tell y'all, if y'all want to exist, how to exist. I told you that. I broke down every aspect of it. Only thing you got to do is your homework. That's the only thing you got to do. Any other questions? Any other questions, let me know. That was a good question, Sister Yonella. All right? That was a blazing question. Yo, that was a blazing question. I'm dead serious. That was such a blazing question. That was such a blazing question. Any other questions? Any other questions, let me know. All right. You giving deep truth here, brother. I am still processing everything you just told me today. I'm a male. Oh, my fault, Yonella. My fault. My fault for disrespecting you, Yonella. Definitely put that in because some certain names I can't see like that. My fault for disrespecting your handle, King. Thank you, Yonella. King Yonella. Yonella is actually a male. Thank you, King. Anybody else, please do not ask me for no psychic readings right now. Please don't come and ask me for no psychic readings. Alright? But if you're interested in that, we can have that on another level. Even though Nabrisha, she picked 22, and that deals with some form of sex, repetitive sex, in some form of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this, man, or repetitive action, shit that happens over and over again. But I really want y'all to take heed to what I'm talking about on here, and move forward. For the people that support, please donate or sponsor the channel. You keep the lights on here. You keep the lights on. Literally, you keep my internet on. For the people that donate, you keep my internet on. You help me keep my internet on, rather. You help me keep my lights on. You help me keep my bills paid. All right? Have you ever resurrected before? Yonella, yes, I have. Yes, I have. If you don't know, I actually was in a coma before. If you do not know, I was in a car accident before that almost took my life. And I got approximately 77 stitches in my head. You can ask my mother. I have 77 stitches in my head, whether y'all know it or not. I was actually in a coma before when I got in a car accident when I was younger. Alright? But yeah, I would consider that to be a resurrection because in my essence, I died. But that's for me in my journey. That's my journey. I have a question. It is in reference to baptism. Alright, ask the question, Sister Keisha. That's a good question. That's a good thing. Come on, let's go. That's some intelligent people. Ask me a question about baptism. Yeah, that'd be what's up. Give me the question about baptism. If you have any question about it. Any other questions? Let me know. What is the question on baptism? Just tell me, what is the question on baptism? Anybody else, any questions? And for Yanela asked me, you said owning your bank. Yeah, that's what's up. Stamps are very important. Stamps are very important in this. Sister Brown, that's why Sister Brown is relevant. That's why Sister Brown is very relevant. Sister Brown is very relevant. More than what people think. Sister Brown is the bank for everybody. Let me keep it real. Sister Brown has the oldest stamps out of everybody. She has the oldest stamps that I know. So when she carries out her stuff, she's worth so much money. Like she's worth billions of dollars. When she says that, she's not joking. That's the truth. That's the truth. She just needs somebody to push her stuff. But Sister Brown is worth millions of dollars and billions of dollars. If y'all treat her wrong, y'all slipping. Y'all really slipping. Y'all people be like, yo, she's old and whatever, and she's whatever. Yo, treat that woman right. That woman is worth billions of dollars. She just hasn't cashed in yet. She hasn't cashed in. She got stamps from the 1800s, y'all. She got damn stamps from the 1800s. Due to current situation, do you think you will be able to perform baptisms? Yes, I will be able to perform baptism. All right. For all the people that want to be baptized, I will baptize them. I will either baptize them in Newport Beach, California, or I will baptize them at my new home in Baltimore. But most likely, I will love to baptize y'all in Newport Beach, California. That's the main place that I love to baptize people. All right. That's the main place I love to baptize people. But I can come to your residence and baptize you also. But in order to be baptized, like for real, the reason why I like Newport Beach, because you have to really be in a natural setting. A lot of y'all ain't trying to get y'all feet wet out here in some sort of lake. Y'all want to be baptized, but y'all not trying to go to a lake, or y'all not trying to go to an ocean to be baptized. I can't do that. Y'all want to go to a pool. Y'all want to go to a place where the shit is warm instead of get cold. I'm dead serious. But Sister Brown, yeah, I will be able to baptize people. Now, that's the only real thing that I'm missing about baptizing people. You know, we baptized people in Newport Beach, California. That's when we did it. All right. But as far as the baptism, I need a natural place, a natural setting if you want to be baptized. And I will come out to do baptisms. I will come out to your location to do baptisms if we find a great location. And Sister Jasmine Thompson Shamel will come out also. All right. It's not just me that does it. Also, I need Sister Jasmine Thompson. She's the other pillar that does the baptism, because the pain runs deep with the people so much. In order to pull y'all out of the water, I'ma need assistance. The pain runs so deep with the people. You know? But back to what I was saying. Sister Brown is a billionaire, yo. Please do not sleep on the fact that y'all think that she doesn't have no money, or she's living off of a check because she's old, or whatever like that, or she's just whatever. I don't know what y'all think, but I know for certain that woman is a millionaire. A millionaire. And I'm going to help her create her last will and testament. And then when she comes back in the future, she's not going to look old. She's going to look beautiful. Her residual self-image that she wants to look, as in her young self or her old self. Depends on how she wants to trick you. how she wants to trick you. Because I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson in Islam with Abraham. Abraham Abraham was going to marry somebody, right? Or something like that. It was like Abraham. It was a story of Abraham and Isaac. And basically Isaac, he was supposed to marry somebody else. And he told a woman, no, it was Abraham and his father Terah. That's who it was. Look, it's Abraham and his father Terah. Basically, he was going to marry a woman, right? And basically, he told the woman, he said, "Yo, it's somebody I want you to meet. Somebody I want you to meet. I want you to look out for him, right? And when you meet him at some place, I want you to look out for him." And then this chick that he told to look out for this dude, she didn't look out for him. Unbeknown to her, that was his dad. But he sent another woman out. He said, "Yo, it's this guy, this old dude, man. I want you to look out for him, man. Blah, 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 blah." And then he sent this other woman out, and then she looked out for his dad. And his dad was an old geezer, you know what I'm saying? But she looked out for his dad. And then the fact that she didn't know that was his dad, all right? He ended up telling her, "Yo, that was my dad that you took care of." And he ended up marrying a woman. So I want y'all to realize that sometimes people, like older people or certain people, they come in different images or different things that you do not know. You'll be entertaining an angel, yo. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of financial situation, everybody should treat everybody away and deal with love, everyone. Yeah, I get that too. But when I say she's a billionaire in a sense, she has million, not even talking about financial situation like that. It's just the fact that she has the ability, once she takes control of her reality, she'll have the ability to save lives and to change lives. When you have millions of dollars, you have the choice to change lives. Didn't you see lottery ticket? For anybody in here that's seen lottery ticket, I want you to understand this. Money does matter. It does. Finances does matter. It really does matter, man. It really does matter in these days and times, because you have the ability to change lives. I'm dead serious. If a lot of y'all didn't help me, I wouldn't have lights on. If a lot of y'all didn't help me, I wouldn't have cable on. I wouldn't have Wi-Fi network so I can broadcast this shit to y'all. If a lot of y'all didn't help me, I wouldn't have equipment to do this. If a lot of y'all didn't help me, I wouldn't be able to eat sometimes. A lot of y'all didn't help me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. You know, my broadcast is 40% of my 100%. My broadcast is 40% of my 100%. And if shit don't meet, that 60 do not meet the 100. Do you understand that? So this is real stuff. With people, like, people got the opportunity to change lives. Why do you think with the little of what I have, I do my best to change lives? You feel me? I do my best to change lives because it's worth it to me on that. It's worth it to me to change a life with what little I have. With what little I have. And everything I have, I give it to y'all, man. I give it to y'all. Everything. Everything I have, I give it to y'all, man. And that's something I want y'all to get and understand. Alright? Everything I have, I give it to y'all. I give it to y'all. Give y'all everything I can give you. Alright? Yeah, that's it. That's it with today's build. Hopefully it went good. Shout out to Michael Howard Sr. You coming in late. I love you though, bro. Peace to everybody that supports. Thank you, Sister Jim. Thank you, Sister Keisha. This definitely went in for a while. I don't know how long I was broadcasting. Probably like 3 hours, probably. I don't know, 2 hours at least. Had to be at least 2 hours. But I love y'all, man. I educated y'all on 802.11, all the different versions of 802.11. I want y'all to know that part 2 of this discussion, the coronavirus is not caused by 5G, will be coming to a phone or a computer near you. All right? I will continue this discussion and I will break it down. I broke down a lot of stuff in this video. A lot of stuff. I broke down some science in this video. Alright, some math. Some other stuff. Sister Nabrisha. I'll do you a reading. For all the people that stuck around for the reading. Y'all stuck around with me. I got you. But it's going to be quick, all right? Please, Most High God, please allow me to be a medium for these people. Please allow me to connect. Please allow me to do what's necessary to give light, to shed light on these people's situation. Thank you, Most High God. In all your heavenly names, is most of all your number, I say amen, amen, and amen. Shua wutala. All right. Yo, pick a number between 1 and 31. I'm going to do this real quick. Pick a number between 1 and 31. Pick a number between 1 and 31. And then do not tell me your question. Don't tell me your question at all. All right? Keep it to yourself and your guardian angel. Number 4, you're going to have a successful outcome. Whatever you chose, you pick the lucky number. That's a great number. You're going to have a successful outcome. When you think about your question, Yonella, think about the matter. About such and such. Like you might say, about my love life. About tomorrow's such and such. About blah, 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 blah. About blah, 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 blah. That's how I want you to address your question. And you will have a successful outcome. You actually picked a great number. Kiera, go ahead. Pick a number between 1 and 31. Do you understand? Do not tell me your question. Do not tell me your question. It's between you and your guardian angel. And I want you to pick a number between 1 and 31. And I want you to address the question about such and such. About whatever. About whatever. About this. About that. Alright? So I can be able to tune in with you. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you in the YouTube, Sister Kiara. They can't see you. The people in the Facebook can't see you. I'm actually simulcasting right now. I'm actually simulcasting. The people in the Facebook can't see you. It's all good. But go ahead. Pick a number between 1 and 31. Don't tell me your question. I said a prayer and meditated before I actually did this. The system I utilize is called the body of the Messiah. All right? Which is the Codex. All right? Which is the Codex. Come on. Come on, give me something. Go ahead, I'm waiting. Number 3. All right, number 3 is contemplation. You're contemplating on it too much. You're thinking about it too much. I want you to stop thinking about it. Whatever you're doing, you're thinking about it too much. I really want you to stop thinking about it. You're overthinking about it. That question that you're about to ask me, or that you asked in your guardian angels, you're thinking about it too much because you've been pondering on it for a while. And you don't have clarity on what do you do. All right, you've been thinking about it too much. All right, that's the number. You pick number 3. I want you to listen. Like I said, about whatever, about the matter. You thinking about it. It's called contemplation. You pick the number 3. It's called the contemplative door. That means you're contemplating about something too much. You're not overthinking, but in contemplation of it. All right? I would say open the door. If it's opportunity in some form or fashion, open the door. All right? But you pick a number between 1 and 31. How do I get clarity? I said, do not tell me your question. Please do not tell me your question. Shout out to Japheth in the building. What's up? Peace to Japheth. Peace, King. You already know. I went hard on here, Japheth. Yo, you missed it. I went hard. I've been going hard. Please, people, donate also to my channel. Look out for the cookout. You donate and you looking out for everybody else. I'll send you a book. Sponsor this channel. Rather than say donate because I give you something in return, sponsor this channel. So Yafe, my fault. Yafe, I got you. Yafe, my fault. Got you. Peace to Yafe. But Kiera, I want you to, for real, number 3 represents contemplation, like you at a door, a contemplation. Like, I want you to think about it like that. I want you to open the door. If opportunity permits itself, stop thinking about it too much and move through it. All right. Mosley, are you a female or a male? May I get a reading? Are you a female or a male? Mosley, are you a female or a male? And then pick a number between 1 and 31. Pick a number between 1 and 31 if you want a reading. Now I said I'm only going to do readings for a couple more minutes. Come on. Come on, give it to me. All right, Sister Mosley. Shout out to you, Sister Mosley. Pick a number between 1 and 31. I got you, Queen. I got you, Queen. Yo, we building on here, brother Yafet. I really went in. Talk about this 5G. Sister Mosley, I know they don't want you to shake hands, but number 14 deals with networking and sharing in some form of fashion. It means that you need to get out. Now, I want you to ask the question, but I want you to ask the question about the matter, about this, about that, about whatever. Don't tell me the question. Ask yourself. Make sure you have clarity on your question, but I'm giving you the answer to your question, all right? The answer to your question is number 14 deals with shaking hands, reaching out and touching people in some form of fashion. Somebody needs you to touch them in some sort of way. Somebody needs your feeling of affection or whatever you present. They need that. So you need to go reach out and touch a few people in that sense. And I know they quarantining people, but at the same time, your spirit or your force is needed, Sister Mosley. All right? And I want you to take that. I really want you to take that. I want you to take that with you to the bank. Thank you. Thank you, Yonella, brother Yonella also. Brother Yonella, like I said, from what you picked, number 4, Yonella, yo, dog, you picked the number 4, which deals with successful outcome. So whatever you chose or whatever question that you had, you're going to have a successful outcome. You pick something called Naju, which is the number 4. The number 4 flips to the number 5 and becomes the number 5, like the 5th element, literally. So, Sister Mosley, I want you to focus on that one. All right? Somebody needs your love and attention in some form of fashion. Anybody else? Let me know. I've been on here 2.5 hours. Yo, we're going in. That's it. I've been going in 2.5 hours. Yeah, I've been on this video 2.5 hours long. This shit's strong. You get a lot of these videos you can listen to I suggest while you just chilling, washing the dishes, while you chilling, man. Because a lot of this stuff is that I talk about is too heavy to just zone in like this. You gonna have to just, I'm gonna have to be part of your environment sometimes. Like, in order for you to learn what I'm telling y'all, or what I'm sharing with y'all, y'all gonna have to make me part of y'all environment sometimes. For real. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube. What's up? Everybody in the YouTube showing love today. Man, shout out to everybody in the YouTube. What's up? Yeah. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to my channel and share it. Share this video. Real talk. And then if you want to link up with a brother, you can link up. You can link up with me. The Messiah Code at gmail.com. The Messiah Code 131 at gmail. You can actually Google me and find my phone number. This phone that I got in my hand, which is 551-313-3320. You can actually Google this number and find it. This is a public number. This number is for the people. The people actually pay for this number. For the people that donate, you actually donate for this public phone that I utilize. I'm gonna keep it real. Shout out to Sister Angela Garcia. Thank you a lot. Yeah, I got a lot of clarity. Thank you, Yonella. I appreciate it. I appreciate your vibe. You got a good vibe. You stuck around for the crown too. And I like that I can put y'all comments right there. That to me means something. That y'all can see y'all comments and stuff like that. I work on making it bigger, but I just don't want to make it too big and like that, just in case people put spam. But at the same time, it's something that people can see. Like, y'all worth something to me, man. So yeah, share this and actually subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Or everybody on the YouTube. So it's me, Tamia. Oh, it's Tamia. You better send me my damn shirt before I beat you up, girl. I'm gonna hit you with the Macho Man, Randy Savage, off the top rope. Bam! If you don't send me my damn shirt. I was with Sister Tamia at her house. She's in Inglewood. I think you in Inglewood, right? When I was in California. Man, I left my shirt and everything at her house. I let my selfie stick there. Send me my shirt. I made, that was an authentic shirt too that I made. It's like, nah. You probably threw that shirt away. You better send me my shirt, girl, before I beat you up. I love you though. You my home girl. You've been sticking with me for a while. It's been a lot of people that have been sticking with me. I love y'all. Y'all been really sticking with me. I should have known it was you. Shout out to all my people. All my people. Real talk. What's up, Tyler? I see you in here. So if it's anything else, let me know before I get off, y'all. Let me know before I get off. If it's anything else. Let me know before I get off. Like, we definitely had fun. We definitely had fun. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to have each other in here. To have the family growing is definitely beautiful. Alright? So, yeah, I'm going to check out 747-24/7 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you, you love me, me is we. Shout out to my 141s, my 414s that know the 411. Peace to y'all. Shout out to my 515s that already know that love is the real magic of everything. That's the real magic, love. Shout out to my 616s, get out of the lion's den. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my 717s. They already know God's kingdom is like 7-Eleven. It's open 24/7. Shout out to you. Shout out to my 818s, my 181s, whatever area code you in. Shout out to you. All right. Peace to y'all. Shout out to my 818s. They know the seed is the word of God, man. I mean that. For everybody in the YouTube, I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Put the bell on so you can see when I go live. Every time I go live, hit the bell, man. Hit the bell. Link up with me. Hit me up. Email me or whatever you got to do to link up. I got some more stuff for you. If you donate to the channel, if you donate to me, I'll send you one of the books. Now, like I said, I really don't like saying donation. You really sponsor the movement and you sponsor the channel. So if you sponsor the channel, I'll send you one of my books. Now, I got a new book that's dropping. It's called From the Cradle to the Grave. I've been leaking that book. Different parts, like this PowerPoint that I did today, is from the cradle to the grave. All right, I've been going on the cradle to the grave for the last week. And I will continue on that subject for about probably one more week so we all can have clarity on that subject from the cradle to the grave. All right. Another thing is that I want to mention is stay close, man. Email me. You got my number. If you got my phone number, text me. Real talk. If you got my join on Facebook, inbox me. I don't care. I have over 100 people inbox me in the morning. I'm cool with that. It's a way that I connect with people with showing love. Connect with me, man. Let's do this. Let's stay relevant with each other. That's all I gotta say. Let's stay relevant with what we got going on, with what we doing. Let's stay relevant with each other and let's do what we gotta do to make this movement something. All right? Now, everything I share with y'all is relevant information, period. It's totally relevant information and it's applicable to your reality. It's totally applicable to your reality. All right? So, yeah, inbox me, email me, sponsor the channel, get these books. If you don't got these books, get these books. Study every layer of every book that I send you. Study every layer, every node. Study it and master it, all right? Therefore, you can take this Codex to the next level where it needs to be. That's all I gotta say before I get off. Shout out to my 911s. Like I said, my 911s, my 191s that already know, like in the Matrix, in order to get out of the Matrix, you have to be called. But the thing about it is, it's many called and few are chosen. All right? So, peace.